monks marching in procession in the morning in Sukhothai. Just kidding! These are parking barriers! You've been bamboozled! Don't worry, we've been too.
We're at the Sukhothai Historical Park, and what you can expect before going in is 2 admission tickets that cost 100 baht each, and 2 bicycle tickets if you choose to ride your bicycle into the historical park for 10 baht each. So for a total of 220. For a total of 220 bahts, you get to see the historical park here in Sukhothai. Let's get going.
Our first stop today in the historical park of Sukhothai is the biggest and the most important temple, Wat Mahathat. And this temple is very particular because of several things. One, the biggest stupa, chedi, in the entire complex. It is also composed of an assembly hall, an ordination hall, in this order, vihara and ubisat, if we are using their original names. And it's actually very, very big. Apart from the main chedi, the main stupa that we see at the entrance, only this temple had 200 other smaller stupas. So a very, very big place. And what is characteristical about it, apart from the beautiful carvings of Buddhas and the huge statues like the one behind me, is that it was influenced by several styles, just like the one we've seen yesterday, including Sri Lanka and Khmer. So it's very, very nice to see how all of these cultures here in the region influence each other. We also wanted to share with you our observation about the Buddha beauty canon that we observe in different cultures. Look how this Buddha statue, first of all, is one of the biggest we've seen in different cultures that we visited. Has a different beauty features comparing, for example, to the Lana Kingdom or the ones we've seen in Laos. So first of all, comparing to the ones we've seen in Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai, Buddha's face was round and very, very full. Here the face is still very full, but it's a little bit more long. But the main features of Buddha are still very, very similar to the ones we observed in other countries. And it is because, something we didn't know before coming here, there is a beauty canon, or the beauty perfection canon, that is always displayed in Buddha statues. For example, the very long ears. This is not a mistake. This is not a very particular shape of how people imagine Buddha's ears were when he was walking on this earth. But this is the beauty canon. Long ears are a symbol of beauty, of perfection, of Buddha, of God. And this is why Buddha statues always have long ears, which is amazing and so, so different from everything that we know from the West. In the middle of the temple, there's the main chedi or stupa. It is in the typical Sukhothai style. It is shaped like a lotus flower. On the base of it, we could see marching monks. They put their hands together in a gesture of prayer. And around the main stupa, there are 8 other smaller stupas built in a style inspired from different regions. Isn't this beautiful?
You may already know that we're at Sukhothai Historical Park, but why Sukhothai? Sukhothai is regarded to be the first capital of Siam, the former name of Thailand, and it was also the site of the Khmer Empire up until 1238, when 2 Thai kings decided to unite the empire. Sukhothai had a reign of about 200 years, and it spanned 9 kings, and later on, tragically, it was sacked by the Burmese when the Burmese invaded. And later, Sukhothai was then absorbed by the new capital, Ayutthaya, which we'll visit soon, and it's closer to present-day Bangkok.
This little shrine, just next to the main temple of the complex, is believed to house the city pillar. It used to be a small squared building with a little roof, and it is referred as the city pillar or the city shrine. Do you remember there was a city pillar in Chiang Mai, but the temple was not open for women? This, on the contrary, is open to everyone. We've just seen a local woman coming here to put her offerings at the altar and lit some scents. So 2 cities in the region, but very, very different traditions. Very interesting to observe, huh? We are at the Wat Traphang Ngoen, sorry for my pronunciation, and this temple has a few features that are unique to this temple in the entire complex of Sukhothai. First one, it doesn't have the enclosure wall that is obviously typical to all the temples that we visited. The second one, it is built in a typical Sukhothai style. You can see the main stupa behind me, but on the top you can see a little niches reclined to host the Buddha statues. And this we can only observe in this temple. And the last thing that's actually in front of me, the main ordination hall is located in the middle of the little island on the little moat that is in front of me instead of being behind me or within the same complex. Pretty cool.
After spending a few hours at the Sukhothai Historical Park, we're now grabbing breakfast at a place just down the road. We were actually here yesterday and liked it so much because it has your local dishes. So you have steamed rice, an omelet, fried rice, and sauteed veggies. So we're gonna dig in.
We are at Wat Sa Si. This temple is again in the middle of the very beautiful artificial pond, and its characteristic is a very big chedi stupa, this time in a bell shape, which is characteristic to the Sri Lankan style.
We weren't expecting this so close to the temple we just visited, but you might see behind me and above me a few different birds called egrets, little egrets, buffalo egrets, cormorants. They like living here because one, it's a safe area for them. They mate here, they also have their hatchlings here, and they usually migrate throughout the year. So there are specific times in the year, I believe it's from July to October, where you might have more of them, and then they'll migrate out after their hatchlings are born in April. So it's really nice to see that here in the temple complex.
The last stop on our visit at the historical park in Sukhothai this morning is Wat Si Sawai. Very, very interesting for us because you can see that it's very different in its architectural style. It has these 3 very tall towers, and just the first glimpse of it really makes us think of Prambanan. Remember the temple that we visited in Indonesia? And even the cones resemble a lot the ones that we've seen in Cambodia in Angkor Wat. So it's very nice to see again how the cultures intertwine and influence each other. And just like Prambanan, there is a big evidence that this initially was a Hindu temple because of the images of Vishnu and several Nagas that you can see on the towers, just like we saw them in Angkor Wat. And then it was transformed into a Buddhist temple with adding this frontal building and obviously removing the images of other gods. Very, very, very interesting, and it's nice to see something that we can connect to other things that we already visited. Just look at it.
We just finished visiting the Sukhothai Historical Park for today. We'll be back tomorrow to see more of the temples in the area. But now it's lunchtime, and we stopped by to get rice with mixed veggies and also Sukhothai noodle soup, which is a specialty in the area. So I'm really looking forward to trying these. So we made it to town near the Sukhothai Historical Park, and we just sat down to have dinner. We're sitting right by this lake that's next to this temple, and we have vendors selling food on our right-hand side. They have quite the selection, not entirely the selection that we wanted, but I ended up choosing this dish called sukiyaki noodles with pork. It's quite tasty. It's similar to the Sukhothai noodles, just different flavors, but it's quite the relaxing atmosphere here.